Hello everybody, this is Eaglefirefly Gaming here, hope you're doing well. This is a quick video on my Tengu, and this is my low-sec and null-sec exploration combat fit. Here we are fighting the diamond rats, so I'll see you in a mo. Hello everybody, welcome to this next video. Okay, so this Tengu, basically as you've seen on one of my previous videos, basically we were trying to find the keys and the decoded fragments to get the encrypted message for part of the narrative arc. Now these basically fragments dropped in the wrecks that the diamond rats fought against each other. So I kind of spent a long time in this system, as people will probably tell you. Probably spent about 10 hours in this system cumulatively. But I was waiting for the NPCs to fight, etc, etc. So I thought, well, instead of waiting for them to fight, why don't we just go and pick the fight? Now, I have a couple of issues. Now, you have to be careful doing this, because I'm not too bothered about my Federation Navy security status, because I don't really have much dealings with the Galante, because I live in Caldari space and Amar space, so I don't really have any dealings with the Galante space, but I do travel through Galante space sometimes when I do my incursions and things like that. So basically you've got to keep an eye on it, because your Federation Navy status you need to keep an eye on, and obviously if you're in Caldari militia, it doesn't matter anyway. But the diamond rats that you do fight, there are some Caldari Navy ones. So I have did have a +10 with the Caldari Navy. Now I've ruined that a little bit. So basically, just be careful on what security statuses that you do want to ruin. So the fit is fairly standard. Let me just. So the diamond rats aren't as strong as you think. Now there's no battleship diamond rats here, so there's usually one cruiser and then 4 or 5 frigates. The Tristians always scramble, and the Maulers target paints, and there's a thorax as well, which basically there's no heavy tackle, but the incoming damage is quite high. But this is the same fit that we used on the Triglavians, if you remember, a long time ago. I'll pop the card up the top, but we was doing some solo PvE with the Triglavians. Now with those, so basically it's a large shield booster fit, which is cap stable. We can run this with an afterburner, so when we do the Triglavians we have to keep range, quite a lot of range, and it was the heavy missile fit with Caldari Navy, so we were punching quite far out, 60, 70, probably more. So this is a ham fit. Now in hindsight, probably some rapid lights or some heavy missile precision would be better here, but I didn't know at the time before I left. So but this does work. So damage application is probably not perfect. I could probably do with a web or something like that, but it survives and it does the job. And also, if I do get into a little bit of trouble and need to do some PvP, then if I do some PvP, then I've got enough offensive defense to get myself out of trouble. So I'm not too fussed. So I'm just going to cloak up here now. So these wrecks that are scattered, randomly they will have a fragment inside. Other than that, they're just standard loot. So one of the techniques to use is basically we do a lot of descanning here. So the actual epicenter of where the event is where around here. Hopefully I go to the right one. So you need to use your descanning skills for this. Combat probes does work as well if you do have some combat probes. So this is the Tengu fit, all familiar. Regular viewers will have seen this many times before. So this is the large shield booster fit. Now there's 2 variations to this. So you can either have the twin medium rep or the large shield extender rep. I actually do have an extra large shield booster fit as well. That one is a little bit less DPS, but it'll tank quite a lot of stuff, but it doesn't have the DPS. So at the moment we've got the javelin missiles loaded. So if we go to rage, we'll see the can't do that while cloak. So let's uncloak, go to rage, cloak back up. There we go. So just shy of 1,000 DPS, no implants. It's cold DPS. Overheated, we are going to be looking at how do we overheat? Heated, so just under 1,100 DPS. We also have here as well, I've got a dose 3 DB7, dose 3 pyro, and also a hard shell, just for that little bit of defense. So in the mids, so we've got salvager here just to get those little bits of salvage wreck. So basically to keep it cap stable, I'm just going to turn this off. So you can see there, basically putting damage out with precision script and one invul, or multi-spectrum as it's now called. We're going to tank, I think it's about 500 to 600 EHP per second heated. It's quite a lot. Now, I actually didn't think that this would tank diamond rats very well, so I got a bit chicken really, but it tanks them absolutely fine. So you can see there, Federation Navy, I'm not too bad. I don't do mission. So, for those of you that have not seen it and you've seen the videos with the narrative arc site up, this is one of the sites that popped up. So basically the story goes is that this was decloaked in Athunon. You will have seen the video that was up in the Pulse video, and there's a little bit of a story there. Now, basically, it took me a long time to try and figure out what was going on here. I was a bit slow to the party, really, to be honest. I had my opportunity. There we go. I'm really sore about that, by the way. Anyway, so there's not actually that many clues as to what's going on here. And there's still quite a lot out there to still unfold. But one of the objectives here is trying to figure out what's going on inside here. And then what actually happens is that we found these, so corrupted trinary fragments. So basically these fragments drop inside the wrecks of these rats. And basically it's random. I actually thought it was just the Caldari Navy that dropped these, but I'm sure I've just found one in a Federation Navy one. Now, I have played this in the short video. So basically, if we decode the data stream, it shows you clips of things that are going on inside. Now, to me here, it looks like it's just a fragment of a video, and you piece these videos together. One would assume. There actually is out there a full video of them all pieced together, assumably, but something doesn't quite look right in that video. To me, something feels like it's missing, but it probably isn't. But there's a couple of things that seem blacked out. Not too sure whether that's just part of the video or whether that's the way it was edited. So that's how we do that. To find the rats, basically what happens is that the Caldari Navy and the Federation Navy basically fight against each other. And they're combating whatever is going on at this site. You have a look at the forums. There's a lot more information on the forums as to what's going on, what people think, evidence of waves and all sorts of good stuff. I'm quite new to this exploration narrative arc kind of thing, and I've really got into it. And it's one of those things where you can enjoy different parts of the game. It's not so much an ISK making exercise, but it gets you more immersed into the game. But there's some real work gone into this, and it's classic CCP with EVE Online. everything's very trivial and very well hidden. And basically, yeah, you'll see my Reddit post. It was actually a bit of a laugh, but if you have seen my Reddit post, you might not have seen my Reddit post. If you actually look here, I forget the angle now, but if I was at a specific angle, but if you look here, there's an upper structure and 2 lower structures down here, and it almost looks like the tail of a scorpion ship. But you can just, if I go into, you can see where the tail of the scorpion comes down, and then you've got the 2 bits that come out. So I was throwing theories out, wondering whether this is like, there's another object. It actually looks like there's a full object here, possibly about to decloak. Whether it be a station, but you can see there's a physical structure bend there, almost like a structure. Whether that's a station about to decloak, or whether it's potentially a new capital ship coming. Who knows? Nobody knows. I kind of floated the idea that there's some kind of message in this cloud, only because the only reason why I say that is because if you look at the main event area, just down here, it's a cloud. But then when you actually zoom out from the cloud, there does appear to be some kind of structure to it. Now, like there's like an S that comes down and it swoops down. I know in CCP there's classic kind of hidden narratives. But you could even go to a point of, I was out with somebody earlier and we were putting, see if you look at that there, that is a widow or a scorpion ship. Just to prove my theory. I don't know why it would be a scorpion. I have absolutely no idea. But if you look here, so if you take the scorpion there, I think do that maybe. It's a bit. So if you look, you can see the shape. Almost, it's a bit like, is it or isn't it? But look, you can see here. For example, if you look at the structure, if we can see it in the I don't know. It almost seems like this is an ejection bay. Is this a station, or is it an ejection bay as part of this? Who knows? I have no idea. I probably just made that up. I'm going space crazy probably because I've been out here for such a long time. But who knows? I mean, we've got announcements coming for faction warfare. We've got, it's specifically pointed to Edencom. We've got capital ships for the Triglavians. We don't have a capital ship for Edencom. Is this a new Is this some kind of introduction to a capital ship for Edencom for a fight back? Who knows? I would really personally like that kind of narrative, where the Edencom and the 4 empires will start fighting back against the Triglavians, and we get a big full-on war going again. And even what would be cool is bringing the Triglavians into faction warfare, so we're pushing the Triglavians in and out. That would be a pretty cool idea, and I do personally like that idea. So anyway, back to it. So how do we find the NPCs to shoot? So if you are red to Caldari Navy, and if you are Federation, then you can shoot these at your free will. There is more Caldari Navy, as you can see they warp off. There is more Caldari Navy in the system than there is Federation. So earlier I did a fight against the Federation, the Triglavians. You can see I had some Triglavian loot. So I was soloing the Triglavians, I was soloing the Diamond Federation Navy. There is also some of the Caldari Navy that are red, and I'm not sure why that is, but I shot them too. So it was really pretty cool, to be honest. So that's it, that's the Tengu fit. If you want to have a look at it again, if you want to rewind and pause, or do whatever you need to do, there's the fit. I don't know why I've got the jungle. I had the jungle skin on, but recently I can't change. Using the steel cardinals. So yeah, hopefully this video might be released a couple of days after the initial video where I find the first fragment. So hopefully some of you guys and girls have had a chance to get hold of some of these fragments for yourself, and there'll be a little bit more information out there of what's going on. I'm going to link the forum post from Ark in the description below and in the comments below, so you can have a click about. But I'm pretty excited for what's coming with EVE Online at the minute. And personally, I know there's a lot out there about CCP. Listen, folks, just make your own mind up. Come in, play the game. If you get ganked, so what? Go and do something else. I'm going to give you a tip, though, for the newer players. If you are joining the game, join the game away from Caldari space. Go and play in Mimitar space, in Amar space, or stay away from Galante space. Just go and play in Mimitar space and Amar space. There's a lot less that goes on like that down there, that kind of stuff. So if you're a new player, get away from that. Learn the game. Do what you've got to do, and make some friends, or you can play solo. But stay away from the main areas. The main areas to avoid are Jita, Udima, and that kind of area and that kind of constellation. Gankers are active around there all the time. And basically, in fairness to the gankers, and I'm not pro gankers, and ganking is not a great, well, it's a different kind of gameplay style for EVE Online, and everybody has their own style. Just like in the real world, we have gankers in the real world, don't we? The pirates and all that business. So you know, it keeps it real. And where people say you might see some of the older players, and this isn't a bad reflection on those, but some players, there can be some like quite bitter feelings about different things, and actually just make your own mind up. In EVE Online it's very easy to get misguided, and this might sound a waffle now, but it's very easy to get misguided about how other players are upset about various bits in the game. I've been playing the game 10, 12 years, and I still love it like I did from day one, and I probably love it more. And, you know, people say that, you know, I'm CCP fanboy or whatever they say. I'm cool with whatever people say. But I love the game from a personal perspective, and I don't let external influences influence my take on the game. Trust me, take the external influence out from the game, you enjoy the game so much more. So much more. If you get ganked and you feel like quitting the game, reach out to me. My character name is Marco11, Eaglefirefly Gaming. Reach out to me. Send me an email. I'm Therios for the Faction Warfare. Reach out to me. Send me an email in-game and say, you know, I got ganked, I lost my money, this, that and the other. Post me a lost mail. Let me have a look. There's ways that you can get back into the game, so don't ever be disheartened by it. And we all learn by losing ships. Everybody learns by losing ships. I'm flying. How much is this Tengu? This Tengu is 820 million. I'm going to lose it in the next couple of days, and I will lose it. So, and that's where the fun of it comes, and that's where EVE Online is EVE Online. So, enjoy the game. Don't get downhearted by whatever people say. Don't jump on that train. Enjoy the game. If you don't enjoy the game, go play something else. But enjoy the game for you. Alright, so that is me waffling on, and that is me showing you the Tengu with the diamond rats. So, hope you have a great happy 4th of July, which is when this has been recorded, and I hope you all have a great evening, and please hit the like, subscribe button, drop me some comments. Let's have a talk about this whole, how the game is dying. It's really not dying. This game will outlive all of us, I promise you that. Alright then. So I'll see you soon. Much love. Thank you for all the support. See you soon. Later. Bye.